the past few days with bolt.new, I created a social media analytics tracker app, an investment app, a cloning app that can create unlimited videos. Today, we're going to be turning this auto caption generator automation into a completely finished full stack AI SaaS software that you can start selling as soon as today. This app is currently one of the many apps that I offer in my own AI agency. And by the end of this video, my promise to you is that you're going to be able to have your own in your pocket ready to sell to the entire world. So before we get into this absolute crazy breakdown, let me just fire you up and make you realize that what I'm about to show you is real and you can do it right now. So what I want to let you know about is that this is the greatest moment in human history, especially if you're an entrepreneur with some ambition. We can now recreate software that is literally worth millions of dollars. Duolingo, for example, is a $14 billion valuation on the stock market, and it's mainly just a language translator education app that people can start recreating right now with these tools. I'm actually going to show you how you can basically make your own CapCut. You can make your own instantly. And these are billion-dollar companies that you can then start selling as your own software. And today, we're going to be doing a caption generator software. The other crazy thing about this, guys, is once you learn bolt.new and AI automations, you can start installing internal tools for businesses. What you will learn in this video is the exact end-to-end process of how I'm actually doing this, of how I'm creating automations and then adding those automations to websites. And this past week has been the craziest week of my business life, but also the past few months have been record-breaking. I want you to actually think about joining me in this journey over at Kev's No Code Academy. We have a free and paid account, and in today's video, everything that you see is going to be freely available with blueprints that you can download and copy me step by step. So for today's build, guys, like I said, we're going to be turning an automation that I'm giving you in the description below, and we're going to turn it into a $1 million SaaS. The blueprint that you're looking for is going to be called the Auto Captions Generator. So before we start building, let me just show you what the end product is going to look like as a SaaS. So this is where our homepage would be, where users would upload videos that they want to turn into videos with captions. And so I can just show you a quick example here. I'm going to upload this video. It's going to process it. Okay, so video uploaded successfully, checks the results page soon. See, we have video number 3 completed. We can just open that baby up.
Here's an AI app idea that I just...
And here we go. We have the completed video with the captions overlaid, and this was all done in the automation. So this was the original video that we submitted into that automation.
Here's an AI app idea that I just simply don't have any time for, but I think it could do pretty well.
So you guys can see the captions is working absolutely perfectly, and this entire SaaS is ready to be sold or added to your AI agency. And so now we can show you how to do this step by step. So another way to think about this is that you already have the automation built because I gave it to you and you set it up. You already have your Airtable built because we set that up previously, but that is not something you want your clients to be using because the user experience is so difficult. It looks so confusing for someone that's using an automation, right? They want to just use an automation where they put in their input and they get their output. And that's why bolt.new plus automations is absolutely groundbreaking, revolutionary. It's going to be the next wave, I guarantee it, because now you can sell this automation as a absolutely beautiful SaaS, and you can sell it to a bunch of people, and you can just scale it up as much as you want. And so let's get into this build out on bolt.new. So we're just going to go into bolt.new. We're going to open up a brand new page. Right now, nothing is set up. We're starting brand new from scratch. So we're on the same page right now. I'm just going to write, I have an automation that turns the user's input videos to videos with captions. I need you to build a modern 3D animated website that has 2 pages. The first page is a video input page that accepts a video file. The second page is the video output page, where we return the output video from the automation. So we're just going to let that run. We're going to let Bolt cook, and then we're just going to see what it gives us. Create a modern 3D animated website for your video captioning service using React, Tailwind CSS, and some subtle 3D effects. So that's perfect. Okay, so it just finished building out our input page here. It's writing the output page now. That was finished. Now it's writing the index page. Okay, that was done. Okay, so it said it's completed. So now we can see what this website looks like. Okay, so there was an issue already. So we can just copy this and send it back into Bolt, get it to fix it. Okay, nice. So we got a little 3D blob in the background, as you guys can see. We have a transparent drag and drop interface for our video. They called this website for now videocaptions.ai. That looks good. We have an output page, an input page. Okay, so it basically did everything that we wanted. Now, this is the hard part. We have to actually connect our database to our new website. And so we're just going to write for the input page, I need to map the Airtable database to this page because that input video is what triggers the automation in our Airtable. Please set up an env file for us to add our API key and any other relevant information. Okay, so now it's going to create a Airtable integration page. So then we're going to add our API keys, and then make.com, Airtable, and Bolt will all be communicating. Okay, awesome. So it just finished that next update, and now it created an env file where we put in our API keys, our base ID, and all that fun stuff. So now I'm just going to show you guys how to actually connect Airtable to Bolt. So the first thing that we need is our API key. So we're just going to head over to Airtable API. I'm going to open that baby up. I'm going to go to authentication. We're going to scroll down. We're going to see this thing that says create/tokens. We're going to click on that. You're just going to create a new token. You're going to name this token bolt.new test with Kev. And then you're just going to click add a scope. And in this case, guys, we're just going to add all the scopes possible, okay? Just so we don't run into any silly errors. But then you're going to give access to the base that we're working on in our Airtable. So this Airtable that does the auto captions automation is the same Airtable that we need to now connect to Bolt. And so it's going to be called, for us, it's going to be called auto captions bolt.new SaaS project. So we're just going to click that and create new token. And so now we have the token ID. We can just copy that, head back to Bolt, go to our code, find that .env file. And right here it says Airtable API key. We can just replace this with our new API key. Okay, cool. Now we need to find our base ID. So we're quickly going to go back to the documentation on Airtable. I'm going to go back. We're going to go to the base. So this is the base, right? And whenever you're inside of your base, all you would have to do is click Help, API documentation, and the ID of this base is right here. So I'm just going to copy my base ID. I'm going to head back into Bolt, and we're going to paste that in like so. And the last thing it needs is the name of the table that we're viewing. So the table name is going to be called All Automation Runs. So we're just going to copy that name. We're going to go back to Bolt, and we're going to paste that in, and then we're going to click Save. Okay, cool. So that's our first step, but we're not done there because when you send in a video, it actually needs to go to a cloud service. I'm going to add another set of API keys and this company called Cloudinary. Okay, and the best way you can think about it is that when your user clicks Submit, this video is going to go in. It's going to go to Cloudinary. Cloudinary is going to change it in a way that Airtable accepts so that it can go up here, go back in to Airtable and get accepted. So what we're going to ask Bolt is, okay, that new API for Airtable was submitted to the env file. But when a user submits their video, we need to send it to a cloud storage first. In this example, we will use the company Cloudinary. And the reason why I'm doing that, guys, is because it's free, so you guys can get this done and not have to pay. So we will use the company Cloudinary. Please add the env information you need from this company. So it's just going to add another couple of API fields that we need to fill in. Okay, so in this newest update, it actually did a whole lot for us. But the most important thing here, guys, is that it says update the .env file with the Cloudinary credentials, right? We don't need all of these credentials. The only credentials we need here are the cloud name and the upload preset. So we're going to go back into that env code base, and we're going to actually get rid of these two. Okay, so we're going to get rid of those, and then we're going to replace this with the information that I have for myself, and you can find that on Cloudinary. It's very easy. So we have that set up. We're going to click save, and we're just going to let Bolt know. So like, I only needed to add in the cloud ID and the upload preset ID for Cloudinary to work in this function. Okay, so that's done. Now we need to map the input video that goes in here to this input video field here. So when a video gets submitted from our website, it needs to show up in this field. And so our AI needs to actually link the two. So we're just going to tell it that now. So I only needed to add in the cloud ID and the upload preset ID for Cloudinary to work in this function. Now we can start setting up the input page. The video that gets submitted on the input page will be mapped to the input video field. Make sure to send this video to Cloudinary before sending it to Airtable. Okay, so that should be good. We're going to send that in. So it says, I see you've provided the Cloudinary cloud name and upload preset. The code is already set up to handle this workflow correctly. Beautiful. So we're going to be able to test this out now. Chances are it's going to get it wrong because this the programmer behind the scenes is still like 60% of a elite programmer, right? But if you go through problems, you can just, work through it and it'll eventually fix. We just uploaded that video you guys saw. I'm going to click process video. I'm going to upload it again. I'm going to open it. So it says file selected. And there's already an error. So we're going to be like on the input page, show me when a video I added is fully uploaded, and then add a button that says start video captions. Once the button is clicked, send the form through the funnel, eventually ending at the Airtable. Okay. Just know, guys, for any actual SaaS to work, there needs to be some sort of database attached to it. So all of these other gurus that are trying to tell you that you could just whip together an app with Bolt in 10 seconds, they're just full of shit. But what you could do with Bolt in 10 seconds legitimately is build a front-end website. That is actually real. Okay, so we got that finished. Let's see what happens. So we're gonna click upload our video. We're going to upload this one. Okay, it now has an uploading bar. That's sweet. Okay, video's now been uploaded. Ooh, okay, it even told me the size of the video and everything and the start video captions. I really like that feature. That is awesome. Okay, so we're gonna click this. So it's saying processing. There was an error processing your video. So we got some issues here. So this is an issue that I've been seeing come up multiple times where it hasn't mapped in the correct field that it's going to. So we're just gonna let it know again, map this input to the input video attachment field in our database. So here it now has the input video correctly written, and it just told you that it changed the Airtable's attachment field format. So it originally had it as input video URL, where it's actually just input video. So sometimes, as you guys can see here, it adds a little bit too much data, right? So we don't care for any of this stuff to be actually passed through. The only thing we want to pass through is this input video. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to get rid of created date. We're going to get rid of that as well. We're going to get rid of all of these actually. We're going to get rid of all three. We don't need any of that. We don't even need the status. We just need the input video. So we're just going to click save. We just need that input video. So hopefully that fixed things. I'm going to go back. And there you go. So the video was actually sent in, and it actually immediately sent us to that output page as well. So that's really cool. Now the output page hasn't been set up, but what we could do to even see if that input video worked is we can go back to our Airtable and we can see that this was, look, so the time is 10:58 p.m. and the video has actually been inputted. So we figured that part out. We can open it up and we can watch it. This video is correct. It's the video that we wanted. We can download it here. That works. That's awesome. Wow, it even has caption statistics. It shows you the words processed, the accuracy of the words that it processed, and how long it took to actually complete the process. That is all very cool. We just have to now connect this output page with the output field that we have in our Airtable, right? So it's got to start showing these end videos. So what we got to do is go back into Bolt and be like, okay, input page is working. Now let's map the output page to the output video URL field. This output page should feature all of the completed videos with a button to open each individual file up. Okay, so guys, all I did now was connect the output page or the results page to the same Airtable. Okay, so that process of connecting the input page is the same as the output page. So I just went ahead and did that. The entire automation setup, the Airtable setup, the bolt.new setup, we can now deploy this as its own website. We can open it as its own app. It can be its own project, and you can start giving it to your clients. And this is all that they're going to be interfaced with, right? All that they're going to see is this landing page that says automate your editing or automate your captions or whatever you want, right? And all they have to do is open that up, add in their video. The video will then be processed. Okay, so video uploaded successfully. Then they could just head over to the results page and they will have their end video. Let's show you this end video.
Here's an AI app idea that I just simply don't have any time for, but
those captions are awesome. Beautiful captions with its own color overlays that is perfectly synced up to the captions of the actual video. Bolt.new is absolutely changing the game, and I'm giving away much higher level automations in my community over at Kev's No Code Academy. So if you were able to learn this, then it's time for you to start making money with AI.